Giving a child every possible advantage for success in school and really in life is a passion for my first guest today. Franklin County Commissioner Erica Crawley has long championed causes that lift up families, things like early childhood development, affordable daycare. So it is only natural, of course, that the commissioners joined us in our NBC4 Stuff the Backpack campaign. So Commissioner Crawley here with me today. It is so good to have you on.
Well, thank you for having me. Really excited to be here.
Absolutely. Let's talk first. Okay, we have packed 180,000 and counting backpacks since the very beginning, but we know that no one group, no one organization, right, can do it alone. So what was it about this effort really that the commissioner said, hey, let's get behind this, let's be a part of this?
Yeah, I think what you will see with my colleagues John O'Grady and Commissioner Kevin Boyce is that we talk about every resident every day, and we cannot take care of every resident every day if we're not focused on our kiddos, whether we're talking about in childcare or K through 12. And we know that making sure that they have a great start to their school year has to be a priority for themselves and for their families. And so anytime we can support families, support teachers, but more importantly, support our children so they can continue to love learning, we're always going to be at the forefront.
Always for it. And you know what I love is seeing the community come out and bring in those donations. What is that? You know, being a commissioner and seeing your residents, right, come together in a way. What does that do for you?
I mean, it makes us feel warm and fuzzy. Like, this is where we really get to see community, where we really come together. And I mean, there's a lot of things that are going on in the community that, you know, are troublesome and that we wish were different. But when we can really see community supporting one another is when it comes to kids and when it's time to go back to school. Yeah, we absolutely love that.
It's good to see everyone on the same page for something, right?
Absolutely.
All right. And while it may sound simple too, I think it can't be undervalued that these simple tools can set a child up for such success, and it really trickles into their life, right?
Absolutely. So when we think about just stuffing the backpack, making sure that a student has paper, pencils, pens, erasers, or tissues, the things that they need to go to class for the first day. If they didn't have that, how are they feeling, right? Compared to their other students, their fellow students. It's like, oh, Johnny has this, but I don't. And so they're already starting off in like a bad headspace. And so we don't want that. And so when you think about stuffing the backpack, everybody has the same things. They're going to school and they are prepared. And so they can enjoy their first day, especially. But when I think about what it means for the county commissioners to support children, not just or students on their first day, we know that it starts before then. And so that's why you see us continuing to champion early childhood education and investing so much money, millions of dollars on those efforts to make sure that they can get ahead and stay ahead. So when they come to kindergarten or first grade, they're already on a good playing field. Right,
because you have championed more affordable childcare as well, right? This county kind of has to come together when it comes to making our kids, you know, have that good start, be ready to take on life and be successful adults, because it all starts there.
It all starts there. I mean, access to high quality education, we cannot underscore how much the investment means in these early years. We know that a child's brain, 80% of their brain is developed before the age of 5. And if they are not on level with reading or ready for kindergarten, then usually when they get to 3rd grade, it's hard for them to catch up. And so we know that parents continue to struggle to find access to high quality early care education. And that's why the Franklin County Commissioners developed Franklin County Rise, which is a $42 million investment, making sure that families have access to $9,000 to offset child care costs if they make between 146% to 300% of the federal poverty level. We are providing child care providers with stipends up to $21,000 to keep their doors open. We saw during the pandemic more than 220 child care centers close. And what did that do for families? Families ended up having to leave the workforce, and then their children weren't able to get into a high quality center. And so we know that if they're not set up early between 0 and 5, then when they are in kindergarten and later on in life, that it's usually hard for them to catch up.
And we know, Commissioner Crawley, that this seems like such a significant and is such a significant investment, but it's still not enough, right? There is still so much more work that needs to be done on that front.
Absolutely, it is not enough. The investment that the commissioners have put forward will go until 2026, but we have to sustain that, right?
Yeah.
And so we are working on a sustainability plan as we speak right now. But that's why you also see the commissioners tearing down our downtown jail, really like breaking that preschool to prison pipeline and creating a early care learning lab. And we are already underway with our engineer and our architect to design that. Demolition on our downtown jail will start Q4 of next year. And so we are providing more than 404 slots for county and city employees as well as our community. And so we are continuing to do our part, but county government can't do it all. We need other partners and we need businesses to be in this too.
Yeah, and I love that it's not just this physical renovation, it is metaphorical. I mean, it is bringing that, right, the focus on our kids and stopping that before it gets to the point where they end up, right, in jail. So I love that that is the focus, right? We all want our kids to be successful and start on that path.
Yes, we want every child to thrive and not just survive.
Absolutely. All right, rise.franklincountyohio.gov. You can go there, learn more about the child care scholarships as well that the commissioner mentioned. So lots of good stuff going on. And we appreciate, of course, your support with Stuff the Backpack.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you.
Happy to support the effort.